Hey, love bugs, it's Rob. You one more again. I hope everybody is doing blessed. I know this is kind of last minute because I told y'all I was going to try to do a live chat yesterday, but things it got kind of hectic here. So I said I was going to go ahead and see how it was today, and I end up doing it at last minute. So if you're able to step through, it's all good. I told you I was going to send out notifications for that, like earlier on this week, and I do apologize. So, if you're able to come through, if not, it's just going to be like a regular video. And if you want to go ahead and stop through on the live chat, please, no negative responses or no trolls. You'll automatically get blocked because I don't have time for all that. And don't have time for it, period. So I was like, hey, and thank you. It's like, I'm here. Yes, thank you for my fam. He is Anthony Burke. This is my brother from another mother. We are both on our different platforms on Facebook. That is for Heyokas, in case you haven't known. Anthony, if you can you put you already there. Putting the different links in that our tribes are continuously, gathering together just to be able to have a chat. Annie, hey, hon, how are you? I hope all is well. I haven't heard from you in a while, and it's so good for you to stop through. This is all about the chat. Is going to be about pushing through heaviness. You got this. Opening doors to experience new chapters in our lives. There is a lot of us. Yes, it has been long. It's so good to hear from you. We're all going through different things. It may not be a struggle, but there may be a lot of heaviness. It says, Anthony says, please feel free to reach out to Facebook, to me, or any other social media if anybody would like to connect and be friends. Yes. Yeah, it's been very heavy, Annie. I know you're probably going through some different directions, and it's just like there's a lot of people that, Annie, I already knew what you were talking about. It's okay. A lot of us are going through some stuff right now. I said there's people that I'm connected with. I'm not putting their business out, but my prayers are with them, because a lot of people are going through different things in their lives, and you just you're trying to do everything you possibly can to project out positivity, even when you're not sure how things are really taking place in your life. But it's just you having to be able to just be able to fixate on what other positive outcome you're wanting into your life, because as they always say, your vibrations become your reality. So you have to be able to really just keep on pushing forward. There are so many different things that are taking place in our life that may feel like hey, it's just like somebody always has the upper hand on doing things, even if it may seem like it's straight out gutter. Gutter is like anything negative that's trying to pull you out of the box of your element of comfort when it comes to positivity. Hey, Sam, much love to you. And so I'm still here, haven't left. I'm glad. I missed you. I haven't talked to you in a while. It's so good you can come in. There is so many different things that's going on. If you want to, if you want like a vibration, a piece of healing, of comfort, sent your way. You don't have to give out, in detail. If you just need a prayer pushed out, I won't hesitate to go ahead and send it your way, and anybody else can send vibrations towards that way. We're all coming out of the dirt, and it means out of the dirt, you're becoming awakened over certain things in your life that you may not have known about within yourself, or there's more of yourself that you may be discovering. There's shadow selves as well as shadow work. Shadow work is all the things that you need to heal from, the things you have to be able to allow yourself to see in a positive view, being able to see it from a higher perspective. And a lot of times it's kind of hard to do that if you stay to getting hit with all this heaviness. And the heaviness is just like pushing you through to clear out your slate. Because I get in my own way. When Universe was talking to me today, I'm like, yeah, okay, I ain't even trying to hear this today. I appreciate you, but I'm not trying to hear it. And I know I was making them mad, and it made me feel like I wasn't grateful, and I am. And it's just so many different things that's going on in our lives, and it's just like you're really trying to understand. I don't know how much more of this I can take. How much more of this is do I have to go through? And these are the things that your strength is getting pushed into work right now. Basically, that's what it is. If I want to be open in saying that, I always try to tell y'all, I try to be as real as I possibly can. There's days that I try to push through the positivity. Even it's like, well, I'm on that probably still too. Okay. We're all going through that. When you're really trying to allow yourself to put the best foot forward. You're trying to allow yourself to be, happy, smiling and saying, just telling the universe thank you, even when you don't feel like you have a lot to be thankful for. So I've been doing a lot of stalking and watching and thinking, and not a lot of people to talk to get what I've been doing, a lot of listening. Yeah, that's why I said I wanted to go ahead and start doing out more chats, because there's a lot of people that are finding out that they're a Heyoka. I've been getting a lot of people that just didn't really understand it, and I'm just glad and feel blessed for me to be able to do videos like this, to be able to find other soul tribes that totally get me as I get them, and it's very beautiful. And being able to have chats like that, because I talked to my brother Ant, and I said I wanted to, even though I said I was going to do it one day throughout the week, I want to be able to do it more, because I know universe was telling me, you know what, I need you to reach out more, because there's more people finding out about their life, more people trying to find their way. And this is why I'm directing you to do all these different videos based on Heyoka, because a lot of people tell me, it's like, Roslynn, you're the only one I know that really does videos like this, like back to back to back to back to back. And more I find my information on that I can totally relate to. And it's just like we have a lot of us rising. And if there's other people that are starting to do their channel, I want to be able to connect with them too. Just being able to share the knowledge that we have. It's not even about competition. It's all about how we can bond together. There's so much that we all can learn from each other. Different things that we're going through that, maybe you may be feeling stuck in your own vibration and just really trying to understand, is things going to get okay for me? Am I just, focusing too much? Because I do understand it's cool. Yeah. I'm just really trying to do it. So I'm just really trying to be open, but also I got my own personal issues that I'm dealing with. But then that is a positive example to be able to do. Even when you have your own personal issues that are going on, you're trying to be able to be positive about everything that's going on. And a lot of times it's hard to do that, especially if you have your own issues you're dealing with. Plus, past wounds and regressions or something that you're trying to mend from and trying to part ways with, on top of the other vibration that's going on with the world and other people that are bringing their vibrations towards you, especially if you have dark interference that's going on in your life. That really takes a trooper. It really, really takes a trooper. And that's what you're being tested for, because they tell you, there's nothing that you have not faced before, that you were, just like you got over those other things that you have faced, you're going to be getting over this as well. And for you to be able to do that, they're really making us face some very, they're really making us face a lot of heaviness in our lives. And it gets so messed up. It says at one point it was easy to feel lonely. Yeah, so it helps. Yeah, because it's like at times it's hard. It's really hard for you to be able to know that there's people out there that can truly vibe with you, that can really understand the struggle that you deal with on a daily basis. Especially when you're opening up to your own gifts, your vibration, it will be a very hit trigger for a lot of people, even for your own self. And it's like don't show much, but it needs to chat. Okay, I don't know. Oh, hell for review. Sam, I'm gonna do that after the video, so don't think that somebody's doing that. Or Anthony, can you take care of that for me? I don't know if you want that to be publicized, so let me know, Sam, if you want that being publicized. So there's so many different things that goes on in our lives, and being able to be a part of that. And then I got a family that wants to be able to connect, and I'm like, hey, I want to be able to do this a lot more. If you can, help me with the moderation and stuff like that through the videos, I'll greatly appreciate it. If you're not, I understand, because everybody got their own agendas that they're dealing with. So I try not to be able to, overstep my boundaries with other people, but still keeping my own, in my own lane. But it's just good when people want to contribute to that, because they see, this is a cause that we've been guided towards to do. There's a lot of people that know far more than, I do, or maybe Anthony does, or, one of the other, tribes that, we're connected to on these different social platforms. Or there's people that's just wanting to find out, are these things that I'm going through, or these things I'm experiencing, is this normal? And it just feels like before I started doing this video, it was like in a rush, because I did another one. It was like probably about 10 minutes. And usually I haven't done a 10-minute video in probably about 3 years. So that was very different for me. But just being able to do that, and I said, you know what, I might stand to it. I said I was doing this, this chat, and all of a sudden migraines start coming up, and I said the devil's trying to stay busy. I said I already took my medicine. I'm good. I'm going to stay focused on what I'm trying to do here. It's like the first person I saw online about it. I think, a lot of people have been telling me that. And it is, when I first started doing Heyoka videos and Heyoka Insight, it's probably almost close to 3 years ago, probably almost going on to 4. And didn't know why universe, wanted me to stay to that, because they always had me on INFJs or twin flames or, what is it? Pagans, with, rituals, different stuff like this. So all my gifts was overflowing, and it was just like, thank you, Annie. I appreciate that. And then they said, stay on this. I'm like, okay, it's almost 4, because Annie, you've been with me almost close to the beginning, my A1 since day one, sis. That I've been doing this for so long, and I just didn't know why I was doing these things, and I thought it was so out of the blue. And the way they were filling in my gaps, this is like stuff they prepared me for, since I was like a twinkle in my mom and, my dad and my mom's eye, whatever, it was already prepared for me to be able to do this. So being a part of something like this is very beautiful, even though it feels like we go through hellish situations, which we truly do. There's a lot of times we speak on it, and a lot of times we just, take it for what it is and keep moving, and allow that to not stop us, because there's so many different things in this world that can really distract us right now. And just being able to allow myself to just shake that off. And it's just like, if it's out of your hands, it got to be out of your mind too. You just have to be able to do that, because there's so many different things that's going on in my life right now. And I just try to not allow myself to fixate on those things. And it's just like, I'm trying my best. That's all I can do, is just keep doing the best thing, keep, my best foot forward. And just being able to do that, because it's just a lot of people, they want to be able to tell their stories on their situations with this. And, you don't know how to start it off, or, how to even bring it out, and it's just like everything is coming to you, because a lot of us are going to be connecting with that merge. We're breaking old cycles and patterns and habits and beliefs, and they're wanting us to be able to merge within the gifts that we have, and, being able to rise from that. It said yours is the first video that had actual human beings. Oh yeah, because I think you was telling me all that robot and that Android type stuff. I was like, oh my God, because there's a lot of videos that do the robot stuff, and there's sometimes I can deal with it, sometimes I can't. But yeah, and it just really felt good on all the people that I've met through that. I've had a lot of positive feedback. I had just not much, but it was some negative feedback on it, and it is what it is. It's like the tribes that already told me, hey, when y'all coming out, y'all are not actually the textbook trait or the textbook characteristics for what, the Lakota tribe, the Heyokas and all this stuff, because you were the ones that had to be hidden in plain sight. So you're going to have different people trying to tell you you're appropriating, cultural inappropriation, whatever that is. And, being able to do all that, I had to be able to stand my ground. There was a lot of different things that I triggered a lot of people. It brought out a lot of BS that, people felt their own way. I really don't want to call it BS, but their own opinion of not being broad-minded. So I understand that, especially if you're a part of the, the tribes on different things, because I know everything is very, hey, Samuel, how good to see you. Well, good to, hear from you. So I don't see you on different things. And it was just being able to feel good. There was so many people that felt like I did, when it was coming out, because it was like so many different things, it's like, I got at saying, yeah, you need big balls. You do. Yes. A couple, having some really good parts. And Annie, Samuel, Annie said hello. Yeah, you have to really be bold with what you have. And it's just like, it was a blessing to have, my guardian, guidance guardians that I call them, for my different, for my different paths. I've connected with a lot of people that taught me a lot as well. Samuel said, oh, never mind. I'm sitting up here doing dyslexic today. Everybody just say, hey. But yeah, going through all these things has not been easy. And it's really pushing us towards that new chapter of our lives. Basically, we're already there, but it's clearing out everything else that, you may have been toying with for a long time, or it could be just your karma of bad things that you did before that's trying to level out for you to be able to see it from a different perspective. God and universe forgives everything, but a lot of times you have to be able to, whatever you pushed out at that time, whether you were ignorant towards it or you just downright hateful or whatever, you won't feel that coming back. And with mine, I really feel it, coming back. But these are the things that I had to be able to allow myself to say, you know what, you are facing this now. There's, you don't face a lot of other things before. And usually when it gets you to that point where you're trying, you're at that like one verb away from just saying, I give up on everything. I've tried doing this. That's what the devil wants you to do. And obviously when that happens, there's something good that is heading towards this way, and it's doing it fiercely. And it's doing it in a way that you didn't see coming. And that's why a lot of times they tell you, just step out your own way. If there's something that we're guiding you to add towards the next chapter of your life, don't be afraid to step into that. And it was just like, for a while, I didn't do live chats because it was just the fact, people were asking me, mainly, the people are on here now, like, Roz, you ain't gonna do any more chats, because I was getting really racist vibrations coming in. Text, and it's just like, when I come here to do a positive thing, I don't want to be bombarded with trolls that want to act stupid. I just really don't. But then it's just like, this is what you have to deal with. You can't force everybody to be a positive vibration, because you don't deal with people that really don't have nothing else better to do. So it's like, when I can get blessed and have somebody here that can moderate the texts that's coming in, the comments that's coming in, it makes me feel good for that. So, I said I wanted to go ahead and start doing it again, because it was like a couple of months ago I did it, and man, I stayed on chat with y'all for almost close to 2 to 3 hours, and it felt really good, even though I was drained as all get out. But it was okay, because you were able to converse. You're dealing with a lot of things, and it's like some of us do, mainly a lot of us, oh, I love you too, and you're having to go through all that. You may be having past regressions coming up, or past memories that comes back that was really hurtful into your life, and it's allowing you to see that. And it's not the fact that you're holding on to that, but it's allowing you to see the perspective of that, for it to be able to set free. It's like, this no longer belongs to you. Whatever issues, pain that you're dealing with, that is going on into your life, it no longer belongs to you. Just allow you to keep walking forward. There's so many different, especially during your your dreams, a lot of things is being very vivid, but then it's like, for you to always keep jot of the different dreams that you're having, because it's telling you something about your awakened life that you really need to pay attention to. If you're starting to see buildings come down and within fire and stuff like that, your old things are starting to end, or you start seeing different things from where it's apocalyptic. Your old chapters are leaving you. Even if you have family that are passed on and they're giving you a bon voyage, different stuff like that, it's letting you know these things are, coming over. But it's just like, a lot of times we get into that impatient, like, okay, is it going to happen today? Or is it going to happen tomorrow? Is it going to be this week? It's going to be stuff like that to just let you know these things are coming to a very big close. If you have been urged to do something out of the comfort of your own existence, go ahead and do that. Go ahead and do that. I know it's just like me. I try to find enough time in the day, but it's just me trying to do so much at one time, and I get burnt out. Yeah, it's like 2 or more. It's how I learned tarot card too. Girl, I can't do it. I tried, and those things, it's like, when I do it, I'm good, but it burns out my energy. I give so much props to anybody who can do tarot reading. I've done it, and it is just like my friend was like, oh, you need to go ahead and do it. That burns me out. And it's just that is just not my thing. It's just not my thing. I'd rather do mine from spiritual right here. Hey, anybody else do it, more power to you. I can't do it. But there's so many different things that's going on in the world. It's amazing. I can't do it, Anthony. I can't. I remember I did it for my daughters. They wanted me to do it for them. And then all of a sudden it's like all this stuff started coming out. They're like, Mom, you're sending negative energy towards me. Actually, no, I'm not. This is something that's coming out y'all's life that, you're clearing a pattern, and then you're waking up certain parts of your life. So that heaviness is coming through. But there's just so many different things that are flying and that is really being seen in plain sight. And it's just like, it's scary because there's so many different things that's going on that it is trying to be downplayed when it comes to the world nowadays. But there's a lot of different things that's going on that is being projected that can no longer be secret. It's like, great, do it when I can. I know that's right. Go ahead and do it. I mean, hey, more power to you. More power to you. But you are opening new doors to chapters in your life. You're going through that heaviness so it can clear that slate. It may feel heavy right now. It may feel like, it's trying to take you out the old game, even question your own existence. It may make you feel that way, but it's just the way I see it. Is there's so many different things that's dissolving, and it's like pushing you out of that comfort zone. So when you're being pushed out of that comfort zone like that, it gets very uncomfortable. You're just really trying to understand, okay, what's going on? You're telling me to do this, and then this happens. Or, I'm trying to be peaceful, and next thing you come up here and bombard me with something else that really has me stressed out. Yes, it's very weird. There's just things just really coming out. And it's like, I remember it was a video I just did. No, a video I was recording. That mess gave me like chills to the back, where they were talking about how the different moons is coming up, or there was people that were sharing on different, social media sites. Like you can see an airplane going up, and I guess whoever that person was is transition. And then all of a sudden you can see the spirit just coming out of the airplane. And I'm just like, this don't even look Photoshop, but this looks just really wild to me. And it looked very beautiful because I've seen different stuff like that, in life, but seeing it on TV, or somebody's videotaping that is beautiful, but it's sad at the same time. But it's amazing because you're able to see stuff like that. A lot of times when stuff like that happens, we're in our, in end of days. That's why I keep saying it's like that movie End of Days. There's a lot of things that's going on. And it's I might go ahead and share that on Facebook, because it was a video I seen where they were talking about how Lucifer looked, and he always looked with one eye on the side. And next thing you know, when you see, it was like towards the end of March, I think that's what it was, and they showed the moon. And the way it looked exactly like the painting of Lucifer. And I'm just like, what? This is just, woo. Yeah, it's just, it gets like that. And it just seems like people want to come and bring all their vibrations that is very lowered to you. Like all of a sudden you can be around certain people. I'll give it to Anthony because he's a real trooper. He was like, yeah, somebody does this to me, I'm just go ahead and challenge it. It's fine. And I'm just like, man, look, I ain't got all that time for all that today. Sometimes I can deal with it and sometimes I cannot. But, this is what we're here for. If they didn't need us to be able to make that big change in the world, we would not be here. And how we do it is by the things that we face in our own lives. And when we face things in our own lives, you already know what I'm talking about, Anthony. So, you're like, it, sis. You already know. I said, I'll give it all to you because I'm like, man, look, I'm trying not to go off on somebody because I can't deal with all that all the time. But this is what is challenging you. Are you going to absorb somebody else's narcissistic reactions, negative, psychotic ways, that energy? Are you going to allow yourself to let that provoke you? Are you going to be able to mirror the fact is, I don't have to entertain that. I don't have to deal with all that. If you want to be able to converse in a positive, peaceful manner, we can do that. If you feel like it's going to be provoked and you are making a prime purpose to misunderstand me, you don't even have to go any further. And that's all you got to do. And it's just like, yes, it's like, it's just hard to look at. And it's just like so many different things that all energy is good. Yes, it is. I mean, but you know what? I can get you. I really can. This is my brother that we can have two different opinions, but we can disagree to agree, but we still come to a whole truth. You know, all energy is good because that's challenge you to be a better person. That's how I feel like that's what he's saying to me, you know, because there's a lot of times where I see things and I'm just like, oh, I see you trying to trigger me. Oh, okay, but thank you, but no, you can go somewhere else. Bye. Namaste. You know, I can be like that. But other times I'll just, you know, overlook it. But with Anthony, he was like, but now let's get down to the deep element of what you're trying to say. You know, it's just like something like that. And it's just weird. But I totally get it with him. And I love him for that, you know, and it's just good when you're able to converse about different things like this and be on you know, be on the same accord, even if we have different perceptions of it. It's good to be open-minded. You know, yeah, for sure. You already know. It's like, well, guard your space. Yes, you're supposed to have those healthy boundaries. And yes, good one. Healthy boundaries. Y'all have to be solid with those. Because there's a lot of times people will just challenge you. You know, you got people that comes back into your life that you know does not mean any kind of good in your life. You have to be able to you can love somebody from a distance, but stay out of reach. You don't have to be able to entertain those things. You know, you're in a new place. Hi, Michael Bryan. I was walking the dog and I saw a squirrel wearing a backpack. Oh my goodness. Oh, that's nice. Okay. That was something. But yeah, all these different things is going on. And just being able to do that, it challenges you to be a better person. It challenges you to be able to allow yourself to be able to, you know what, you can always have a positive perspective over different things. Because even when somebody tries to take me out of my element and be like a troll or be an ass and stuff like that, I can appreciate that because it allowed me to know, oh, I didn't fall for that like I did before, you know. Or, you know, people will try to pull you out of that, or people just try to you know, try to aggravate you because they're having a crappy day. So why don't I go ahead and give you a crappy day? You know, and you have to be able to allow yourself to know, pray for people like that. And I'm not saying it to be funny, because it's like a lot of people, you know, get geared up off of that. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just like there's people that project their wounds on people, and for them to see a person is hurt or sad, they get empowered by that. But it's like a never eat. I mean, you're feeding yourself all this, but you're going to constantly stay hungry. You're not getting anything from it because you're not coming from within. It's coming from something else, external. So sometimes all you can do is just pray. It is. Because even I always tell people all the time, even the people that are being bold and being very bold to allow yourself to be open to the wounds that you have projected out, the things you have done subconsciously or unsubconsciously. You're allowing yourself to go towards that voyage to be able to say where I need to allow myself to hold myself accountable. Okay. You know, there's a lot of people that are projecting wounds that feel like, no, I'm not going to look at this. You can push that off towards somebody all day, but if they don't want to heal, you can't force nobody to heal. You know, that's on their own accords. You can't make anybody do that, but you just have to pray for them that they'll finally see that light. Because the more notifications the universe sends out to you, like, hey, you know, yeah, it makes perfect sense. Shoot, you know, people are getting, it's like sometimes you just have to see, but it's not all in a good way. Yeah, but that means you don't have to go back, you know, and sometimes it takes a lot for you not to, you know, project what they're pushing out on you. You know, you always can be that better person, you know, and it's just like going through all these different things. And I can say I've been through a lot, just like anybody else, you know, being on YouTube, you know, I tell anybody is that you can show the horse to, oh, okay. I use that one all the time. And I always use this one too, Samuel. I said, you cannot force a baby to walk when it's still in that crawling stage. You can't do it. You know, that baby just don't want to walk and just want to crawl. You have to allow little newbie to go ahead and keep crawling by his or her own time. They'll be able to walk. You know, they'll be able to walk when they're allowing themselves to walk, but you can't force anybody to do that. But that don't allow that person to make you stay in that kind of situation. Honor yourself, because a lot of times we feel like if we dumb ourselves down or we water ourselves down to be on that same level. Heck to the no. Allow them to come up to your peace. Allow them to come up within your truth. They don't want to do that. They don't need to come meet you at all. It is what it is. But now it's like that game changer for everybody. Now you have to honor yourselves. When you don't feel obligated to do something, you do it because you feel it in your chest to be able to do it. Don't feel like, oh, well, since this person did this for me, I got to do that for you. No, that's not how it goes. Anybody who's giving you a blessing you don't supposed to be expecting anything back from that. If this is something that you have to be able to do, you do it when you are feeling that you're open to do that. Be kind. You know what I'm saying? Be kind, but just being open to want to do that. Don't feel obligated to, for somebody to do that. Don't, and I had to really allow myself to learn not to get mad and get back at people that don't have the same heart is mine, a heart vibration, the same mindset as mine. Just because you may do certain things a certain way, or you won't overstep your boundaries, or you won't hurt people intentionally, you can't expect the next person to come in and be like you. We can get upset about that and get all up in our feelings, but you can't be that type of person and expect somebody to be in the same type of vibration as you. It'll be good if people can respect you the way you respect them, but not everybody is like that. And it's just like everything that you're going towards right now is really, really allowing you to honor yourself. Don't feel bad when you need to say no, because it's like, when I was telling Anthony, I said I felt bad because I didn't think I was going to do my live chat today, because I told him I want to start doing this every week. And it was just like there was so much energy and so much of me being in my head today, and I was just like, I'm not feeling today. I can't fake the funk with anybody. I don't like to, because if I feel this way, I need to allow myself to feel that way. But it's like I don't want to stay there. I just want to be able to allow myself to feel this so I can, get through this and keep it going and part ways. And I want to keep on, using that, being in that same energy element. I don't want to do it. But I know there's a lot of people, especially people I'm connected to on these social media sites, and I see so many different things going on in their life. And I'm just like, I just send prayers out to them. It's like, what can you say? We're all, dealing with a lot of different things. It's like, yeah, crap is hard. Don't feel bad, but I don't want to. I kind of, yeah, it's like that's boundary, right? Yeah, when you telling them no, you shouldn't feel bad about that being no, because there's some people that just want you to inconvenience yourself. I've been like that, because it's just like, you think I'm going to inconvenience myself to convenience you, and would you make it a bad habit to constantly inconvenience me on different times? No, I'm doing what I need to do right now. If I got enough time, I'll do it later. If not, handle it. That's something you can do. And it's just like people are just like that, and you have to be able to, chop it up to the game, basically what it is. Because it's like, when I look at, when I allow myself to get that downtime and not being amped up and pissed off and all that stuff, it allows me to see how much my struggle has really changed me for the better. It really has. I've gone through a lot of things. Anna, you've been with me for a long time. And I think, Sam, you've been with me for almost I think it's been over a year or two, but I know Anna been with me a long time. So a lot of stuff. But it's just like those situations that I've been in, when I say it's gave me strength in different ways. Like, I be looking at the universe like, y'all need to give me some props on what I did not do. Y'all know how I get. And I've totally changed myself. But then it's just like, God don't owe you nothing. He really don't. He where he need to be at. But he wants to give you those blessings because he knows you have earned those. You have a right to those. There's a lot of things that's probably been robbed of you. People have altered your life in some kind of way to benefit for them. They've seen the struggle that we have gone through in our lives. He knows how much we're trying to allow ourselves to be that better person when we have heavy circumstances that we're having to face, mainly on the daily. When you're allowing yourself to be able to, somebody asks you if you're okay. Yeah, I'm good. If I tell somebody I'm going through some stuff right now, I'm just going through some stuff. I don't have to be personal about it. But it's just like, when I'm like that, y'all already know. If you've been with me for a while, you already know. I got to take that time out for myself, because I'm not trying to place that heaviness on anybody. So, it's like, it's more like, please tell me to take care of myself. Yes, it's like, love to do that. But I need to learn my limit. Yeah, because a lot of time, you give out all that energy just to appease somebody. And some people know what they're doing. And we just put it that way. Because some people do that to where they can just get all your energy. And then when you need something for yourself, you tapped out. And who can you blame? Yourself. You can't blame them because you allowed them to manipulate that time for yourself. If you telling somebody, and there's sometimes people send me a text and I'm like, look, I'm not really feeling good today, or you even don't have to answer them, and I feel bad at times, but it's just like, if you've been with me for a while, and when we converse like that and I don't do that, obviously there's something that's going on with me if I have not texted you right back, because I'm not that person like that. But it's like people have to be able to respect that, even though you're out here doing a positive thing that is not just helping you, but it's helping other people on the way too. You have to understand that person is going to need some time to be, if I want to be right, I got to be able to be right with myself so I can come right with other people. So it's just like, when I ask Anthony, I'm like, hey, I want to be able to do this, that, and the third. I don't want to inconvenience you if you can't do it. I truly understand. I'm not going to take, I ain't going to take it to heart, because I know that Anthony has a different schedule than I have a different schedule. I just, do it when I do it. But if I need him to be able to do something with me, I got to be able to make sure I put him out, be able to let him know prior, hey, I've got this going on except today. I flip the script like, hey, I feel better now. You want me to go ahead and do chats? You want to be, you want to do that? I would even have been okay if he wasn't able to do it today, but I love him. I want to be able to respect the people that I want to work with. I want to be able to grow with, I've been with a lot of y'all for a long time, and it's just very good that we can be a part of each other's journey. We're all growing. We're all changing. You're seeing things that if you don't tape it or you don't jot it down, it's just not going to be believable. But as long as you're here to make your own history, you're making your own history within yourself on how you're changing, because there's, our generation has been all type of ways. It's been heavy. It's been out there. It's been chaotic. And, and we're making those moves to change that. Is that, sorry, I know I text fast. I'm happy. And I yeah, I'm fine with you, Annie. I appreciate that. And it's okay. I know how it is, because I've been trying to text too and be messing up my own text at times. Be saying it after I text. I'm like, dang, I meant this. But yeah, just being able to do that is a very good thing. I love being able to do the live chats with y'all. If you have any kind of suggestions, like, hey, you want me to be able to talk about this, or different things you may be going through, and just need that vibration to be able to coach you through that. Because it's like, if you're going through something and yeah, voila. It's like, yes, I know. But we're all going through something, and just being able to know you have somebody in your corner. You may not can't be there every second moment of that day to hold somebody's hand, but just being able to assist them and be able to know, like, hey, I understand what you're going through right now. I know it's not easy. I'm going through my own stuff too, but we got this together. And, when you can be able to give that vibration to somebody, it feels good, because there's so many people that sees that light in you and they want to dim it in so many different ways, just because it's their insecurities. It can't be a authentic congratulations when you have actually came up on something, and it may have been something very little, but it could have impacted your life in a big way. It's like that with people nowadays. But it's just like good when you can be able to come together and just being able to say, I respect your grind. I respect your mindset. You're doing what you can with what you got, and you're trying to make it better throughout the days. And that is very respectable when you're trying to bring it out, and when you're trying to make something great out of something so little. I give props to anybody about that, because I don't even know anymore. It's weird. Also, yeah, it is what it is. You can completely understand something to a certain extent, then you get confused in another vibration, and it's just like, you gotta roll with it. You just gotta roll with it, and you're really trying to understand how you can be able to get through it. But it's just a day-by-day thing, and it's just so many different things that's going off in the world. I've been heavy because it's just like, especially everything that's going overseas, in Israel and Gaza and all that stuff. And it's just like, I send so many prayers to people that got to deal with stuff like that. We deal with stuff here in America, but it's like stuff over there. it is just heartbreaking. I get angry, I get disgusted, and I'm just trying to understand why, why can't we all just live in peace? I'd rather it can be boring, but I'd rather live in peace. It can be very boring. I would love to know how we can be able to stop wars. Hey, Sarah, how are you doing? Good afternoon, pretty lady. Thank you. I'm so glad that you could stop through. But yeah, going through all these different things in the world is at that point, one thing at a time. It is crazy. It really is, and it's like we thought the 2020, it was like towards the end of 2019 to 2020 hit us heavy, and then we just thought we were going to get into something good this year. But then it's just like more stuff starting to come out with these conspiracy theories, and I'm at that, and when I see it, it sounds scary, but then in a way it's like truer than fiction to me, because when they were saying I forgot which one, it was like one of those conspiracy theory TikTok compilations they were doing, and it was like some of them sound crazy, but then some of them it can be crazy to the point it makes sense. And that's how I see it, because they were talking about the what is it, the AI, artificial intelligence. They're overriding the world. For you to be able to understand which one is an actual human compared to an AI, the only way you can do that is like through DNA. How you going to get that done? People say they're going to start giving out viruses. How you going to get viruses out? And then being able to understand, people have to get the shots. You have to do DNA scans and all this other stuff. Now I was just like, this is scary, but it makes a lot of sense. I hope this is not what's going on, but I would not be surprised. And it makes so much. It's like Sarah said, good afternoon, Annie. Blessed to catch you live. Yes, I'm glad too. I love it when y'all come in and y'all come and speak to me, or if you want me to talk about a certain subject. But yeah, it's like we're all closing doors for our past. It's been heavy for a while, but way I feel it's like that, it has to get really worse before it gets better, and you're at that tail end. You know what I'm saying? It's like you're right, like your finish line is right here. And it's like that stuff is like rumbling into your life, like you're just trying to run for the hills, and you're just getting tired of running. You know what I'm saying? You really trying to just make sure, you see that finish line up there, and you've been running this whole time. And people cheering you on like, you got it. Then you're feeling sick, you're feeling dizzy, your throat might be burning because you're breathing hard. And that's what it feels like, because all this heaviness is going on in the world, and you're really trying to allow yourself to be, everything is going to come out better, even if I don't really see it. But there's certain parts of yourself is telling you it's better than you ever imagined, and it's just the devil, it's the ego, it's the wounds, because you can be good one day, even the dark influences in your life, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like the devil don't want us to have nothing that's prosperous in our life. They want us to be able to look at everything there's a blessing, is like a big quotation mark, or a question mark or whatever, like, oh, okay, this ain't gonna happen for us. And they want you to be able to feel that, when you have something good coming into your life. Because if it wouldn't, you wouldn't be dealing with so much hell. There's you catching it from every direction. If you try to be at peace with something, it could be somebody you battling with your family. You having issues with your jobs. It's just a whole bunch of different things that's taking place that wants to take your mind off of what's truly important into your life, is being able to overcome all things that's taking place that's supposed to slow you down. It's sent to break you. You want to overcome off anything that's being placed in your life. Because even though at times where it feels like, how are these people able to they always get the go ahead that things are going. And it's just like universe always try to say, it's not always what it seems like. Just because these people are doing something to you, don't think that they ain't catching it as soon as they get around that corner. They catching it. A lot of times God and universe will allow you to see it. A lot of times they'll be, have your enemy giving you that award that you need for keep on going, just to really get it to them, but you really just don't know. They always tell you to keep moving forward. Even when things just don't look like it's turning out right for you, don't give up. And, and I had to have that conversation with myself, because when I say I had a chip on my shoulder, I had a whole Pringles can, probably a whole case on my shoulder today. And I just wasn't even here for it. I'm like, I don't want to hear it. All this positive stuff, I don't want to hear it. And that, and the devil over here just busting out laughing like, yeah, we getting to her. And then for me to be able to laugh today because I prayed, even though I was just like, I don't know what I'm gonna pray about because I'm aggravated. I'm tired of praying, and this just for me tired of praying. That's letting me know I'm not having faith in what they say they're gonna give to me. So I have to be able to allow myself to stay focused on what we're trying to tell you to do. You already know everything's gonna work out for as high as good anyway. You're doing things for good intentions. And then things got to get heavy for you. Yeah, it's like some of you have big time of sacros. Yes, you have them a lot. And there's so many different things that's going on in your life where it's just like, we're all playing parts in this big, humongous purpose. And there's so many different things that's going to come in, and is really trying to, really just try to get you out the way of your own self, that is trying to take you off a path that's going to open doors. Yes, yeah, amen. We're going to say it again for the back of the congregation. But it really is. And it's just like at times, I'll be looking at God like, touche. Yeah, I apologize. I'm sorry. Man. I'm still mad and stuff like that. It's like plenty. It's like since, 3 months ago. Yeah. I remember when you were hitting me up. I know you were all going through it, without saying too much, but I know what you were talking about, especially when me and you were talking at that time and you needed assistance. But, we were all going through different things. And that, when I try to allow myself to broaden my prospect, my aspect of my own life, not prospect, but aspect of my life on how much good that has taken place in my life, not for just what I've done for other people, but just that blessing that came from us just connecting in that way. That's what uplifts me. It's not about ego or anything like that, but just being able to know I can project a video out, or even when I talk to Anthony and we'll just sit up here and be saying something. I'm like, hey, me who was on tune the other day was like twin in alignment, like fiercely. We both talking about, hey, why don't we have this for the, for the subject for, the chat. And as soon as I was typing it and he already texted out, that mess was so daggone funny. And that's good when you can be able to bring some kind of positive format to be able to say, okay, these people need to hear this right now, because there's some people that's really struggling with that. A lot of our wounds, our triggers are coming up, out of the blue. Yes, it's like less aggressive kind of, but still on. Yes, it's like, think it's beautiful. It is, being able to know you can bring a format, and it's like a platform that you can just project positivity out to the world. There's so many different things going on in the world where it's like people are not coming in alignment. We don't have to add to that. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times that vibration comes heavy. It will have you all up in that storm, and you just trying to be at peace right there. You got your whole flag like, look, I'm coming with a purpose, but I ain't trying to bring all up in that. You're trying to do it. And next, it's just like mollywop you when you got you into that situation that you're not even trying to be in, because it wants you facing on things that is out of your alignment. It's taking you further down when you're trying to get onto that positive alignment within your life, because it's like you feel good about yourself. You start seeing how everything that was placed in your life redirected you to where you truly needed to be. Hey, Kelly. It's like, I'm recently awakened and you've helped me out a lot. I'm glad I could do that, Kelly. It is so good to have you a part of there. It's like love and light. Anthony says, thank you so much for using your gifts. I'm encouraged. Yes. There's so many of us is coming out of that darkness. Kelly and Annie saying hello to you. It's good when new people are coming in and just want to say hi to them, give them all that, good warm welcome. It's good to be able to have vibrations like that. But yeah, there's so many different things that's coming into your life. And then when you get to that point, even you can feel that emotion of how heavy things have been, and you'll start feeling that weight coming off of you, because you start seeing, these are the things that got me here. These are the things that helped me find out more about myself. I'm getting more out of alignment with things that are no longer serving me, but I'm starting to connect with a lot of like-mindedness that is more deserving. Not saying that what you went through was like you look down on it, but you had to be at that low moment to be able to allow yourself to keep climbing. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like so many different things. And it's like there's days that I'll go outside, you know, in the middle of the night, and I'll have my gratitude. I show my gratitude towards the universe, because I know I give them hell. You know, I really do, because I can be, you know, in a chipper mood, or I can be in that one to where it just feels like I just got a wild hair, and I just get aggravated about every single thing that's going on in my life. And it's just like you were given exactly what the demons, the devils, and the enemies, you were giving them exactly what they want. Bring yourself back. Come on. It's like, get back away from the, like, Caroline, come on back. You don't need to be over there. This is where you need to be. And for you to be able to reach those peaks, you have to be able to run against the, you know, you got to run against the wolves at times. You really have to be able to do that. And sometimes it makes you feel like you're, you know, out of alignment with yourself. But a lot of times it pushes you out of that. You know, it just keep on seeming like it's pushing you in different, you know, vibrations. And that means it's taking you out of your comfort zone. Because just while I'm talking, I can feel a big shift that took place. You know, it's like you do say it well. Oh, thank you. And simply, I can't talk about it because it's kind of too much to, yeah, I understand. You already know what my situation, you already know how I can't sit up here and talk about stuff either. So we already know I'm here with you. You know, all different things is coming into our lives. You know, there may be times that we have seen ourselves as a victim. I was there, you know, and there's times I had that vibration. Like, I asked God, it's like, I don't, the things that you are making me embrace is very, very ungodly, you know, and I'm really trying to allow myself to be on that enlightenment of being able to appreciate even the darkest moments of my life. And a lot of times it's hard for me to be able to do that. But then it's just like right now, I'm allowing myself to see, yeah, you were in that little funky mood, but you allowed yourself to come back out. You know, you're allowing your angels and your guidances, you know, to pull you out of that storm that, you know, it was just there. And it was just trying to see if you were going to be able, are you going to manipulate, you going to let that situation of heaviness manipulate you, or you going to allow yourself to push through it? Like, you embraced it a little bit, but now you're allowing yourself to push through it because you understand this is a part of me that is no longer needed in my life. And a lot of times when we're separating from that, we have come connected with it for so long. You know, when you are separating away from it, it gives you that panic vibe. I don't know if I'm not the only, if you feel that, but I'm just saying it makes you feel panicky because you have been connected with something for so long. It's just like if you had that one best friend that y'all had every single, like every year y'all were in each other's class. We either had the same teachers or anything like that. And the next thing you know, y'all go to different schools and you start panicking. That's what it feels like to me. Because I did have one when my mom's ex-husband was in the military. Me and my best friend was all together for like about 5 years. And then when we moved out of Germany, next thing you know, I think she went to Hawaii and we went to Texas. And it was just like all upsetting to me because she was with me those whole times. But yeah, it's like we're all going through different changes in our life. And it's just like you may be seeing a lot of things that you are working hard to bring into your physical, into your life. You're going to see it echoed through other people. The things that you want, yeah, is then being destabilized. Yeah, it's like a start. Yeah, it is. It's like it's like a start, and then it's like a push and pull and detach. That's what it feels like, and it feels very uncomfortable. You know, very, very uncomfortable. So it's just like all these things are really taking place to get you on that level where you're needed. So you're going to be embracing a lot of heaviness through people. People are going to go out their way to not understand you. They're going to try to push you back into your old ways. Allow yourself to know that person does not exist anymore. You appreciate that person because it made you a better person of today, but allowing yourself to just do that. You know, there's a lot of things that's coming in that you're really trying to understand. Why are these happening? You know, you want me, you know, to be positive, but this negative keeps on trying to embrace me. And it's like, it may feel that way, like, you know, you're pushing out. And I mean, I feel like that because I know one of my love bugs put that comment down the other day. And I said, sis, when I say I can relate to what you're saying, I really want to be able to relate. I don't want people thinking that you're just dumping your heaviness on me, because I'll let you know if I feel that's what you're doing. But you just want to be heard. You know, there's a lot of things that you're trying to do in a positive manner. You know, even when it took you a long time to start recognizing how things that you have to be mindful and discerning, you know, Before, it was like with me, if I was being truthful, you had to honor that. And it wasn't even about me being truthful, because a lot of times I would be downright, like, just straight trife when I say things. And I felt like, you know what, they should be able to honor that. I'm being honest, but if it's hurtful, it is what it is. And I had to be able to not allow that to be, that is being me, because I was very just like blunt like that. My mom used to say, you need to allow yourself to stop, and I'm like, why? But it's just like when I started getting fed that energy back to me, then I started understanding what was that going on. But yeah, it is exhausting. You have to, and it's going to be exhausting to you allow yourself to know this is not a part of me anymore, because it keeps trying to test you. You're getting tested right now with a lot of things that's going on in your life that just rubs you the wrong way. And it's just making you a better person for yourself, being able to let you know, hey, we gave you the insights on how to get through these certain periods of your life. Even when things that feel like somebody lying, manipulating, altering, using deceptive acts to do stuff, don't worry about that. Even though it's easier for me to say that because I may not be dealing with your type of situation, but I'm dealing with my own. And I know if I'm doing everything by the right foot forward, and I know I'm doing something positive, yeah, it's like true, genuine people. It's like people don't believe that a person can be, it's kind of, it is, because there's sometimes you have to understand there's so many different people in life that's so used to people being dirty to them that when they finally get somebody genuine, they're going to wonder what's going on, what you trying to get, why you being nice. And it's just like, I'm feeling that you needed that type of person in your life. And I've been that. There's been people that was in my life like that for that, but I thought they were, running game on me, because I felt like, hey, if family can do that, you think I'm just going to be trusting a total stranger to come into my life and say that? When I seen how family can do, different stuff like that, being able to understand, regardless if it's family, people that you have known for umpteen years, that may be, God is seeing that genuine person that you truly need to be on your corner at that time. It don't even have to be like a soulmate or somebody like that, but it's somebody that's coming into your life that's very like-minded. They want to see you grow. It wants to sit up here. Don't want to see you slacking off on yourself. When you're allowing fear to put that best foot forward instead of you just being open. Yes, it's okay to be fearful of new things because it's something of new. This is not something you're used to. So there's going to be nervousness. But then you can say, you know what? If I gave it all I had, and I'm just doing what I can do with that, let me go ahead and work off of that. Anthony already know. He did my first chat. I'm like, I don't know about all that, and I felt very nervous because I didn't know what was going to come out of it, and end up really enjoying it. That was something I wanted to stay doing, and that is a very good thing when you can be able to start on a new vibration, a new chapter in your life. Yes, it's very scary, but this is like, it's leading you to things that you didn't know that you really desired in your life. Maybe you felt like this can, if you see something like somebody else having, you may feel like this is what you want in your heart, but you don't know if you got what it takes to be able to do something like that. Yeah, just keep walking. You say you do very well. You never know. You got to keep on going. Don't allow, somebody to tell you that, that downplays what you're trying to bring into your life to tell you can't do it. And I always try to tell people, you do anything you can do towards what you're, what you're trying to do. And if this is what universe wants for you and they gave you that insight, trust and believe they're going to make sure they pull strings for that to happen in that way. It's just up to you for you to be able to keep going and doing what you can do to put your input in for these things to happen. It's just up to you. So it's just like all these different things are going through in your life that is opening new doors, is bringing a lot of blessings in your life. There are some that you did expect, and there's some you didn't even see coming. Allow yourself to keep moving. I'm about to bring this to a close, y'all, because it took me some pain medicine earlier, like about an hour ago, and it still ain't going away. But it was good to just step in, to be able to chat with y'all. I apologize if you're just now stepping in. But I'm going to go ahead and, like I said, I'm going to go ahead and try to do my best to have this going on for a chat, like at least about 2 or 3 times within the week. I'm going to try my best to be able to make that happen so y'all can come through. You can conversate with me if y'all have any questions or things that you just need assistance on that I can truly help, or, maybe Anthony can. I want to be able to do it. and just being able to, connect with y'all in that way, because it feels really good, especially if you are a newbie and you're really trying to understand your purpose and stuff like that. I know it's very good because I know what it felt like when I first started, and this is what made me keep on going, because I knew what it felt like when I first started, and I didn't have anybody in my physical to talk to. Spiritual, I had all type of guidance, but it was like people that knew didn't want to help me because there was something they didn't want me to find out about myself. And then others, they just didn't want to be bothered with it. But, I'm glad I've had this experience, because now I can be the person I needed like 4 or 5 years ago. So thank you so much for coming through, y'all. I truly appreciate it. If you are watching and you haven't been subscribe, go ahead and subscribe. It would really be appreciating. I thought I was going to do another video, but no, it's just like my head is killing me and I need to go ahead and recharge. But it was so glad. Yes, I'm glad that you were able to come through. Samuel, Annie, Sam, Kelly, Anthony, thank you for all the help you've been doing. I think there was a Michael that was in here. I don't know. He was in here. Yeah. So thank you for all stopping through. Thank you for the likes. It's truly appreciating. But like I said, I'm going to go ahead and make this more frequent, because it's really good to be able to connect with y'all in that way, especially if you have something going on. I want to be able to try my best to be able to help y'all out the best way I can, through my experience or whatever, universe is sending towards me to, send towards you, and prayers and blessings to everybody, because I know we're all trying to push through something that we're dealing with in the world. So thank you for stepping through. I appreciate y'all. Much love as well. Like and subscribe, hit that notification bell. As always, I always leave my contact information in the description box below. And if it's all about being there, for that networking. If you have any kind of questions or any curiosities about your spiritual experience, or your views that you choose to share with me of your experiences, being an empath or a Heyoka or all into one, whatever, I would love to be able to hear them. So I will see y'all on my next video. I'm gonna try my best to go ahead and do some more tomorrow, but it's like I wanted to do some today, but my head is like feeling like it's about to explode. So I will see y'all on my next one. Much love. Peace.